Oh shit, the vlog. Howdy guys, it is the Wednesday vlog. My name is Dylan Ground and we're going to get right into things. So last week I was telling you guys about an interview I was going to do with actor Darren Rose, who was on Mr. D, he was on Video on Tryout, and he's also a stand-up comedian. This was for a show called Offset TV. Now unfortunately that didn't happen. Darren ended up getting stuck in Montreal that day, so he couldn't make it for the interview, but luckily he made it for his show. Now, although that seems like a pretty bad situation, it actually worked out pretty well. So we had the time to fill, so we wanted to interview some other people if we couldn't get Darren Rose. So we interviewed Rhys Bevon-John, who is the lead character in a Halifax-based feature film called Roaming that just finished out recently. The film was directed by Michael Ray Fox, and this was his first feature film. And talking to Rhys Bevon-John really gave me insight on what the film was about, what went into actually making the film, and from what it looks like, it was an amazing production. Rhys had only nice things to say about the crew, his character, everything surrounding the production, and I'm very excited to see the actual finished film. Rhys was a great guy to talk to, he had a lot of things to say, and it was a very easy interview. This was my first time actually being the interviewer, actually talking to the person asking the questions. And Rhys had so much to say, so it was very easy for me to just kind of shoot off one question and he could come back with a freaking paragraph. And he looks like Quentin Tarantino, which is awesome. And the whole time I was interviewing, I could just picture Quentin Tarantino. Not to mention it was St. Paddy's Day, so there was just drunk people everywhere interrupting the shot, which actually made it funnier. We also interviewed John Dunsworth that day. John, as many of you know, is Mr. Leahy on the Trailer Park Boys. Now, this being my first day interviewing people for Offset, I was nervous as hell to sit down and talk to somebody who is really an acting legend in Canada, not just Halifax, Canada. But it was such an enjoyable 20, 30 minutes, however long we interviewed him for. A lot of people see him as the drunk and funny Mr. Leahy from the Trailer Park Boys. And he is hilarious. He's one of the funniest guys I've ever met, but he is so insightful on the acting world and the film world, and he genuinely has an amazing passion for the film industry. And it was incredible just to shoot back and forth with him and take in all the really wisdom that he was shooting my way. Funny thing is, and I actually just talked to John Dunsworth through email to let him know this, he actually has a pretty big connection with my film The Sister actually finally being made. When I was in film school at the Center for Arts and Technology, we had John Dunsworth come in and he talked about acting and a bunch of different things. And one thing that he said was, write what you know. What he meant by that was, I personally wouldn't go out and make a cop film because I have no experience, with the police or anything like that. And I thought about that, like, man, that's perfect. It'll come out more genuine, it'll come out more true, and I think people will relate more if you're writing with something that you know. And The Sister is the film that I am the most proud of. I mean, I've watched it a few times since I finished it. I'm just 110% happy with how it came out. So thank you, John Dunsworth, for really giving me the kick in the ass that I needed to write this film. And in all honesty, it all kind of started from that. So thank you, John. And also thank you for such an awesome interview for Offset, which will be coming out real soon. I'll make sure you guys know where and when you can watch it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed as much as I did actually, shooting it. Again, thank you, Rhys, thank you, John, and Darren Rose. Hopefully soon we can either work together or do an interview or something like that, because I definitely want to work with you. So this past December I went down to New York City with the band The Town Heroes to shoot a music video called New York City off their new album. This song is about 1 minute and 45 seconds roughly, and we were down there for 3 days, non-stop shooting. Now with all that footage, for me, I never want footage to go to waste. And with New York City, there's a ton of stuff. Because the song's only 1 minute and 45 seconds, there's so much stuff that isn't going to make the final cut. So what I'm going to be eventually releasing is somewhat of a documentary kind of based around our trip to New York City, what we did, and a little bit of behind the scenes action to what went into making the New York City music video. For me, it was such a blast. The big thing in filmmaking that I want to eventually get into is traveling. This is one of the best industries for that. I mean, I want to travel the world and really, tell stories in different areas of the world, not just Halifax, not just Canada, not just North America, really everywhere. And The Town Heroes gave me that amazing opportunity to go somewhere that I haven't been to tell a story, and I cannot thank them enough. The actual music video itself should be coming within the next few months. I'll definitely keep you guys updated. Probably a few months out of that, I'll release the documentary behind the scenes video with all the rest over footage, because I'm definitely not letting that go to waste. It's some funny, really funny, and some incredible stuff. So I'll keep you updated. Has Chris Hansen been there the entire vlog? Alright, that's it for me today. It is so hot in Halifax. If you're in Halifax right now, it is like 27 degrees, so hopefully you enjoyed the day outside and just had a blast in this sunlight. Is this book good? The Hunger Games? I'm reading it. Because I want to see the film, but I don't want to see the film before I read this. Because I did that with Harry Potter and I regret it. But let me know if this is good. I've heard amazing things about it. And I'm going to read it regardless, but let me know what you think. Alright, like I said, I'm out. That's enough for me today. You can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, and add me to Facebook. It's all in the description below. Other than that, I'm going to leave. You can enjoy Chris Hansen for the next few seconds while I leave, and I will see you, what's today, Wednesday? I will see you Friday. Cheers.